What is up? My name is Garrett Yogurt on Twitter, YOOGRRTT. Thank you so much for tuning into the Now Annotation YouTube channel. Welcome back to another album review. Today we are talking about Lil Narnia's The Melancholy of, and this is kind of a follow-up to Things in Pain, which came out in 2018, and before that I think you had Fingers Crossed in 2017. And both of those were really cool projects as far as he's really putting together a sound that is ridiculous, especially when you see a face to the sound. But the vocals have always been kind of a standout feature, obviously. He has this crazy-ass voice that is infectious, if you will. And across both of those past two projects, I feel like that came across really well. But as far as putting together a solid, flowing, every track works, every track sounds wonderful, every track is on the same level as another, I feel like this project actually does encompass him pretty much perfectly. As far as if you're going to show somebody what Lil Narnia is, this is as good as it'll fucking get for an introductory project. And coming off of giant ass singles with Her Heart Has Flowers Inside, as well as Heaven Didn't Seem So Far, both were featured on A Starry's YouTube channel if you want to go check out the music videos for that. And just to clarify, both those videos were shot by my roommate, Baby Flex Films. Go follow him at Baby Flex Films, Greg Lewis. But just to let that be known that that bias could apply. But regardless, I wouldn't be sitting here talking about how important I think that this album actually does serve if I didn't feel so myself. And let's get into the track listing just to kind of further expand on that. But track number 1, we have Every Day. Track number 2 is Her Heart Has Flowers Inside, lead single. Track number 3 is How Could I, featuring John Simmons and Saphir. Track number 4 is Not Tonight, featuring I Set My Friends on Fire and Matt Mahana. And I think Matt Mahana, if I'm not mistaken, is just the lead singer of I Set My Friends on Fire. Maybe that's completely out of context. My apologies. Track number 5 is Heaven Didn't Seem So Far, another single featuring John Simmons again. Track number 6 is Carry On, featuring Goodbye. Track number 7 is Send Help, featuring Family Pet and Kaiko. And track number 8 is Internet Crush. And, you know, this thing, while short, it doesn't have the longest run time at all. It doesn't feel like it's as short as it is at times. I feel like you can actually listen through this thing and it takes a breath. It allows itself to kind of let each track exist on their own without kind of overstaying their welcome, but also not like understaying their welcome as well. There's a lot of features on this thing, but I feel like each one does kind of further blend the atmosphere of this like emo rock rap scene. Like, even though I feel like what Lil Narnia does is provide a much more emphasis on rock in that whole sphere of this like emo rap scene, but he's very much like collaborating with people who, one, have that sad ass vocal sound, but also two, I think are also going to be the future of that scene, with Saphir kind of being someone who I think is you should keep an eye out on. Just commercially speaking, I think she has a lot to add once the world catches up with this sound. But this whole thing, well, and I want to call out the title as well, The Melancholy of. I think that's like the title of some anime, so that's very much on brand with his last two products. They've all pretty much had anime girls on the cover, and I think if you just take a look at this guy's feed, you'll definitely see that it's not a front. It's not like just some shit. Like, this is him. Like, this shit is him. He loves all things anime. He puts out these really funny ass fucking like dance videos to like these K-pop like songs, and it's just it's so fucking funny, and it adds a lot of character to just like who Lil Narnia is. And while a lot of the essence of this whole album kind of encompasses like the idea of heartbreak and dealing with it and kind of falling in love on the internet in some cases, especially with the ending track with Internet Crush, it's interesting to kind of see someone put together this sound in this way and then just talk about the same things that I think a lot of people do talk about in the SoundCloud sphere. It's not breaking any territory. I think everyone's gotten their heart broken and eventually made a song about it. But the fact that these resonate so hard and do make you just bop your head and be like, fuck, dude, like, I feel that. Like, I really authentically feel that in the way that you are putting together in these lyrics, and the songwriting is just... The song structure is something that I don't think should be understated by any sense. I think every single every single song on this is very well structured. It's not even that coincident, or like, it's not even it's not even like you know what the fuck's about to happen with each song. I don't think it's repetitive, but I think that every song is concise and very well like put together. The atmosphere of the whole tape is very much put together in a way where you are getting the sense again of heartbreak and despair and just feeling like lesser in a way, but also like finding help through like external means, whether it's through like, you know, escapism, in his case probably anime or you know, film or whatever the fuck your escapism is. There is a sense of like finding a better path, like, and I think that comes across in like Carry On and Send Help even. But my standout tracks, apart from the singles, Her Heart Has Flowers Inside and Heaven Didn't Seem So Far, both of those very catchy, blasted those a bunch. Every Day, Carry On, even Internet Crush, those three all fucking come together really well. I enjoy How Could I and Not Tonight. They're great. Like, this whole album really is just 8 tracks of just the best possible Lil Narnia that we've seen so far. And if that's what you want, then you're going to get that and just be fucking stoked as fuck, because I was. And I don't know exactly what a full-length album is going to sound like, as far as I don't know if 18 tracks of this is like, as a concept, I really do want it, and I would be the first person to click on a Lil Narnia full-length album. I just do question what that does sound like and where the sound does go. And I appreciate the way that he does like put the like almost marketability of it. I know he's not really like signed to any major label right now, but he is touring, so like I have seen him go to like, you know, Vegas and shit. So maybe if you do see him pop up in your city, I can't recommend it enough. Go check him out live. But again, a full-length album, that interests the fuck out of me, because I feel like he could either fucking take it to this crazy progressive ass I think like next level of what emo rock rap or whatever the fuck this is going to be, or, you know, it could just be more of this, and that's perfectly fine. But it does have the potential with this man's voice and just the song structure, the songwriting, and just his ability to also let other people do their thing on the song, but also come back in just to remind you that he's not like this is his song. Like, I think he does that very fucking well, is that he steers the ship the whole damn time. And there's no like confusion of whose song it is, I feel like, at any point. And that's actually really impressive with like, one, this lane that he's in, and two, just the amount of people that are on this album. But yeah, like, I'm very much excited to see what the future is. I just hope that it goes in the fact of like mind-blowingly life-changing. And that song he did with Graves recently is like, I think only proving to what I'm hoping for, is that song really does come across as like, damn, this guy can do so much. Like, he can go over this beat and still come across with the same exact type of like tone and mood, but just switch up the flow and switch up the way that he is, like, you know, the cadence of his voice and the way that he is like influxing the lyrics. Like, it's impressive, and I don't think anyone could ever like deny that. So the future is very much bright for Mr. Lil Narnia. What did you think of this album? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for tuning in to this review. Thank you so much for all the support on this channel. Follow me on Twitter at YoGarrett, YoGRRTT, Instagram as well. Now in rotation on the O2's platforms as well. Thank you so much for everything. Take care of yourself, and that is all, folks.